I got into music when I was 12 years old. Grew up in church in Brazil. I saw great musicians playing before me, so I wanted to learn. But my dad had different plans for me. He wanted me to be an electrical engineer. So I kind of talked him into doing music. And 1 month after my first piano lesson, I was already playing in the church. And my life hasn't been the same since. When I was a little boy, I always had the dream to move to America and pursue music. In 1991, I got a scholarship to go to Berklee College of Music. That's when I moved, and my major there was music production engineering. And at Berklee, I met wonderful musicians, and from Berklee, I made a lot of connections, which led me to move to Los Angeles. And moving to Los Angeles, that's when my life changed completely. And I had opportunity to work with great musicians like Rick Minor, who at the time was the music director for Whitney Houston and many other musicians. In America, I had the opportunity to work with, in my opinion, one of the best singers. So I have worked with Whitney Houston, which I still work with. I work with Gladys Knight. I was a musical director for Patti LaBelle. I have worked with, 98 Degrees. I had worked with George Duke, and we actually became friends. And I worked with Ricky Minor. I have worked with, the Pointer Sisters, and many others. So some of these gigs, I was arranger, keyboard player. Like Whitney Houston's, for example, gig, I did a lot of arrangements, ideas will come up, and then also play the second keyboard part, like the synth stuff, the electric piano, and all that. Some of these gigs, I was just a pianist. Gladys Knight, for example, that's when I play a lot of strings. I was the string guy. Playing with these different artists, I developed flexibility, where in some gigs, I'm a piano guy, some gigs, I'm a synth guy, some gigs, I'm both, as an arranger, a musical director, or just a player. I love the role on the instruments. As a matter of fact, I always want to use them. Being in Brazil, I couldn't afford, but today, being in America, working with these different acts, I was exposed to their products in a beautiful way. And especially the RD-700. And the number one reason is the feel. As a pianist, I love the ivory feel technology, where number one gives me the ability to feel like I'm playing a real piano. It's very cool that the ivory technology, one of the coolest things is that absorbs your sweat. So if you're in a live concert and then you dig, and then the lights make your arms, your hands sweat, that doesn't affect your performance. So the number two reason is the fact of this technology is the hammer weight. So as we know, if you play piano, the hammer weight is heavier from the lower notes, and when you get to the higher notes, becomes lighter. So this particular instrument gives me that sensation. So I'm playing here. For example. So I feel like I'm playing like a grand piano. And the other thing that I love about this instrument is the fact that I can just hit one time and just get great piano sounds, like this great grand piano sound here. And I love the fact that I can just press one button here called Designer, and I can actually give to the audience the sound. I can give them the damper noise sound. And after I choose the sound the way I like it, and then I'm like, no, I want to just add some more equalizer and give a little more high end. I can just press a little bit on here, you know, after I save, of course. Here the other one, enter, executing, bam, and then I get out, and then I go here to the equalizer, I press, and I have the screen here, and I want to mix a brighter sound, so I can put some high end right here. Then I have, there you go, then I have a brighter sound. All in real time. I have been using this product for a while, and in this new RD-700GX came with a great improvement. Now I can save all my setups in a USB key. So that way, in my case, since the artists that I work with, they provide the instruments all over the world. So what I can do is to basically save my setups at home, spend some time programming, save in a USB, and arrive in that particular location, connect, or give it to my tech, and he or she may do that for me. Then whatever place they can provide me the RD-700GX, I can have the same setup that I had done at home. So I love that, which was frustrating in the past, but now I used to love the product. Now I love even more because I can save my setup. One of the things is the strengths of this instrument is the piano sounds, the acoustic piano sounds. And one of my favorite ones is called Expressive Grand. And this piano is a very rich sound. One of the things that I love about this machine is the fact that I can give the audience the illusion of open the piano or closing. So usually when you play classical piano, if you accompany an opera singer, you close the piano a little bit. So I can do that here just pressing the button a few times. So giving me a sound of sostenuto, where I am. It's like if in a church situation, a lot of people, you know, and I'm accompanying a singer. Now, if I'm playing a solo piano, then I would go here, then I show off. Well, I come from the Fender Rhodes generation. Although I was a little kid, the 80s and a little bit of the 70s. I got that. So electric piano is imperative in my tracks. And so I love these electric pianos that he has here. And one of the features I would like to talk about here is actually the chorus sound that we always look for. If I want to get a little 80s. I can put the in-depth a little less. Throughout my career, I have tried many electric pianos. But this is indeed the first one that really blew me away, impressed me in a great way. So I would like to say to my colleagues, producers, songwriters, keyboard players, or non-keyboard players, musical directors, don't hesitate it, get one. I have one and I'm pleased, and I can't, you see, words sometimes they get in the way. The only thing I can say to you is this is one of the best instruments out there. And I would say the number one. So I would say to America, vote for RD-700GX. God bless America.